Make a big difference for restaurants hoping to rebound during this pandemic.
One Aurora bakery worried their business would crumble under the stress of lockdowns. But instead of shutting down entirely, they got to work back in the kitchen.
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne takes us to Third Culture.
In a pandemic which disproportionately affected Asian, Black, and Latino businesses, Third Culture Bakery in Aurora is beating the odds.
It's kind of like a survivor guilt kind of thing.
Hi, what can I get you today?
Owners Sam Booter and Winter Shu say their signature mochi muffin is a key ingredient to their success. Sam created the recipe a few years ago. It's exploded in popularity on social media.
It's our muffin topped with sesame seeds. It's just kind of like, as I mentioned before, crunchy on the outside, soft, chewy center. It is the one recipe that we started the entire bakery on.
Anything else?
It's the recipe that I took from my mom's cake growing up, and I don't know, it's just kind of unassuming, but I think once people take a bite of it, they really get it, and it's just so different and so deep and complex in flavor that I think.
The muffins drew huge crowds when Third Culture opened in February 2020, but those crowds vanished when the shutdown orders took effect a month later.
During the shutdown and during the first 2 months of the lockdown, my gosh, I thought I was going to lose everything that we had been building for the last 3 years.
At a desperate moment, the couple behind Third Culture Bakery chose to innovate again.
In the early days of the pandemic, we had to kind of close for a couple of weeks just to kind of reassess, re-strategize. So we kind of re-engineered the recipe a little bit so that A, it travels well, and then B, there's ways that people can kind of reheat it at home to recreate that fresh out of the oven experience.
Mostly it was Sam's. He's just such a wizard in the kitchen for his balancing of flavors. His palate's amazing.
The nationwide shipping business buoyed Third Culture during the earliest part of the pandemic. Then in June, business skyrocketed. Now Third Culture draws a line out the door on most weekends.
To be honest, my mind's just still blown. Like a lot of our regular customers have folded us into their weekly routine, so it's been great, seeing the mother-daughter duo come in every Friday.
Sam and Winter are planning an expansion to downtown Denver, in part because of a small tweak at the perfect time.
Thank you.
I'm Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.